All right, Shalom. First off, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and Shalom to all the Akim out there speaking His word in truth and sincerity. So we just, doing a brief lesson through the Spirit, and we're just going to have an open forum with me and the brother, Kanat. So, did you have something you want to start with, or you want me to grab something?
Yeah, you can get 2nd Ezra 9. Because basically, we're in the time of the end. We're in the time where all the prophecies are coming to pass. Okay, more news about the chip, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, according to biblical prophecy. And you have some that believe it, some that don't. All right, and the Most High is plaguing America as He has plagued ancient Egypt. Okay, because America is the modern day Egypt. So can you read that from the top?
Yep, this is 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before.
Yeah, I have told thee before. Okay. And when did the Lord tell the prophets before? Okay, you have to understand there's something called reincarnation. He told them from the beginning. I think, can you get that in Jeremiah? I think that's Jeremiah 46:10. How the Lord, He declared the end from the beginning. Okay, also it talks about how He showed His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. Go ahead.
I'm grabbing right now.
And everything that the Bible has talked about it being the end, is coming to pass now. Okay, we're in that time.
This is I think it's from. I'm looking it up right now. It's in a different scripture. All right.
Yeah, it says declare the end from the beginning. I think it's in Jeremiah 26 or Jeremiah 46. We'll look it up.
Like it.
That's Isaiah 46. Like it. Isaiah 46.
This is Isaiah
46:10.
46:10, declaring the end from the beginning.
Yeah, declaring the end from the beginning. Go ahead.
And from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand, and I will declare my pleasure.
Right. It's talking about the prophecies.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Lord, He told the prophet Ezra to measure thou diligently in itself. Okay, diligently measuring is standing upon your watch, reading the scriptures. Okay, letting the Spirit Yahweh Shema Shai dwell with you by doing what the Lord tells you to do, and He opens up your mind to see that we are in fact at the very end. Okay, go ahead.
I had a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
This Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto His servants the prophets.
Yeah, he revealed all His secrets. What are the secrets? Were prophecies, because all these other denominations, Christian or Catholics or so-called Bible experts, they never go into prophecy. They never go into the end of the world, or they touch part of it, but they don't really truly understand its entirety. But the Lord, He has showed the men that He has set up, i.e., great millstone.
And that's how, going into the Isaiah 46:10, which we just brought out, how the Lord declared the end from the beginning. That's how we're able to declare the end from the beginning as well.
Right.
We're able to tell you what the end is going to be before it happens, because it's the Lord revealed it to us. Because we, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, He put the Spirit. He's supping with us through the Spirit to give us that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be able to prophesy these things before they come to pass. Because it's all His will. He just revealed it unto us.
Right.
It's not revealed to everyone.
Right, and we do say that in meekness. At the same time, the scriptures say, He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. So you're going to know who the servants are when they endure to the end. And that's all set up through predestination. And through the Spirit, the Lord, He has, predestined us to preach this word. We have to just endure unto the end. Okay? And that's how we know we're in the times that we're at, is because Satan's coming at us at an all-time high. Okay? And we're seeing all the prophecies speak. You had another precept, or you want to go back to 2nd Ezra?
We can go back to 2nd Ezra.
Yeah.
This is back in 2nd Ezra. 9:1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, and the highest is visiting the world that he made.
Mm-hmm.
By what? By tempest. Can we get that? Can you get 2nd Ezra 15? The Lord, he's visiting the world that he made. Before you do that, Babu Kashak, you get Isaiah 13 and 11. I believe it's Isaiah 13 and 11. And because the Lord, he's visiting this place. But how is he visiting? Is he visiting for love? No. Go ahead.
That's Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil.
See, I will punish the world for their evil. So the world has increased in wickedness. It tells you that in Maccabees, the first chapter, 1st Maccabees, how when Alexander the Great, he died and his 4 generals rose up, and instead that wickedness increased in the planet Earth. Okay, because we have a man that's ruling in wickedness, the so-called white man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9 and 24. Mm-hmm. Did you have something you want to say?
Oh yeah, how the Lord's punishing right now the wicked. Mm-hmm. You Edomites, y'all getting punished by these flames out here, cause y'all all of y'all are just out there just through, nowhere to live at. Your houses is burnt down. Your family members got burnt up. You know, the Lord's just bringing down that punishment on the world. Everybody's getting caught up in that.
Right, because the Lord is visiting this place. Right after that, can you get Luke 12? Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
Is this back in Isaiah 13 and 11? And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity.
See, so this is what the Lord is doing. That's why all these people's faces are just really in a state of distraught and awe because of the plagues that are coming to the earth, and they're intensifying more and more. People, the mirth of Babylon is being thrown out because people really can't have fun because there's so much stress, so much hell. They can't go on vacations like they used to. Why? It's because they have to work. They're overstressed. Okay? It says, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So the Lord, he's coming to destroy those that are in power, that sit in that power seat. And who is that? All right, it's a so-called white man, all right, that has subdued the whole nation in anger. It tells you that in Isaiah the 14th chapter, how he that ruleth the nations in anger. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
Yeah, and this place is extremely proud, mm-hmm. because we have a man that prides himself in his accomplishments. Okay, he doesn't give any glory to the Heavenly Father. He believes that he's done all these things. He believed that he was able to capture the Israelites, beat them down in subjection, take their nationality away from them, and then subdue the whole planet Earth, all right, under his wicked rule. So that's what the Lord is doing. You can we're done there, right? That's done.
There's just a little bit more.
Okay.
And will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Yep. And that's Esau. Can you get Luke 12 and 51?
There's Luke 12. Yeah, Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Boca, shall I read it again?
Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth?
So it says in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, that the Lord, he's going to visit a world that he made. Mm-hmm. So here it says that suppose ye that I come to send peace on earth. This is the Lord speaking, right? To return and visit the earth, right? Nah, go ahead.
I tell you, nay.
Nay. So there is no peace unto this place. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, just like the scriptures say, there is no peace to the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lord is not coming back to give peace like people will believe. He's coming back to bring judgment.
Right.
It says, I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Rather division. Okay, so there's going to be division, and you see that within Esau's power structure. Mm-hmm. That's why this place is crumbling. Okay, can you go to what does 51 say? Or no, I'm sorry, 48.
It says,
where it says, I come to give send fire on earth. Is that in Luke? or it might be in Matthew. Let's look real quick.
Oh yeah, I got it. It's Luke 12:49.
Yeah,
I am come to send fire on earth.
See, I have come to send fire on earth. Okay, go ahead.
And what will I if it be already kindled?
And that's what's happening, because the Lord, He's kindling all these things, and that ultimate fire is when Yahushua returns with the chariots. Okay, and while the nuclear missiles are coming here. Okay, that's when the Lord, He's sending fire to this place. And that's how we know that He's returning. That's how we know that we're in the end, like it speaks about in 2nd Ezra, because we're measuring the time diligently.
Yeah.
Okay, all the prophecies are speaking. Okay, people are more distraught. People are totally given into Satan. All right, there's just nothing but wicked spirits that's walking up and down the street. Everybody is totally godless, because we have a man that's in rulership that's godless. So that whole vibration of the spiritual demon Satan is perpetuated throughout the whole planet Earth. Okay, you had a precept?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Yeah, all the ancient prophets were doing what? They were watching. Right? Anciently, they were called seers. Tells you that in Genesis, that the prophets were called seers. What? Seeing what? Foreseeing the future, not through some kind of magic ball, but through inspiration of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay. I got a quick precept real quick. Let me bring that out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this.
Yeah, we standing upon our watch, watching what's going on, measuring the times, going back to measuring the times and filtering what's going on through the scriptures, because the Lord told us signs to look out for, and we see all of those signs coming to pass. That's why you see a lot of the brothers saying, speaking on the prophecy so much, because that's really, we are in the time of the prophecies happening right now, and it's to the point to where they can't come up and argue it. They can't say nothing against it, because it's being made evident that we are at the end of the world. For people that don't even believe in a higher power or whatever, they still acknowledge that the world is coming to an end.
Yeah, everybody can feel that eerie feeling. Pretty much, they know that destruction is hovering over them. They're always talking about the big earthquake, the big war. Well, World War III, that's the spirit that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where were you at?
I was in Habakkuk, but you want me to go back to Isaiah?
Yeah, I was gonna bring a scripture up, but that's fine. Go back to
Second Ezra.
Second Ezra.
The second Ezra, back in Second Ezra 9:2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, because we know that destruction's coming. Go ahead.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people.
And that's what we see. Every time you turn on the news, okay, or unless you're totally disassociated with any type of geopolitical activities that are going on, you're just stuck in your own world, which most people are. They're just stuck in their own world. Esau has created a society to where you pretty much are totally locked into the all-day work nonstop. I mean, you got kids, you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to plan for this, you got to do that. So a lot of people don't know what's going on, but let me give you an update. The world is going through pure hell. Okay, mass starvation, mass exoduses to different countries. Like there's this crisis, humanitarian crisis in Venezuela. All right, that's bleeding into Brazil, that's bleeding into Colombia. Okay, overthrows of different governments. Okay, there's a massive war out there in Yemen, Afghanistan. Okay, bombing over there in Israel between Hamas and Palestinians and so-called Jews. Okay, you have so-called terrorist attacks out here in America, mass shootings, wildfires. So we know that because look, uprising of the people, earthquakes in diverse places. Keep going.
Yep. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Exactly. Can you get Matthew 24?
Mm-hmm.
Because it goes into the same thing. Okay? And the Lord, He spoke all these things, okay, into the ears of His prophets, and now they're speaking at the end times because we're actually in those times. All right, and it's very evident. But if you see the facial expression on these people's face, all right, they're in a relaxed light state. They know that something's happened, but they're still in a relaxed party bullshit state. Okay, just as the scriptures say, as in the days of Noah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
So they fulfilling prophecy, because like you was going into with the days of Noah, that's what they were exactly what they were doing. They knew that they could feel like something was off because it wasn't raining like that usually, but then they still kept partying and turning up, and they didn't believe him what he was saying until the very last minute when it's too late. And that's how it's gonna be with Jake now. That's why it's go into what it go into in First Proverbs, the first chapter. You know, about them returning that they after Yahweh Hashem Yahweh's reproof. That's why he's gonna bring that destruction upon them, because they took it lightly all this time,
right?
Instead of taking it seriously and wanted to repent and get right. This Matthew 24,
Started 4,
verse 4, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahweh Shai, and shall deceive many.
And Esau's going to come with that.
Not Yahweh Shai, but the anointed.
The anointed, right. Esau's going to come with that same deceptive tactic, all right, because he's the devil to push that chip, man. And a lot of you Israelites are going to be fooled by the devil, okay? And he's more wilder than any beast of the field. Okay, so if the Lord, he didn't give you spiritual understanding, you're going to be fooled by this guy. Okay, the so-called white man. Keep going.
And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right, you should hear of wars and rumors of wars. There's a war going on actively right now in the Middle East that America's taking part of. Okay, the war on terror. All right. Then you have proxy wars. You have trade wars. Okay, between China, between Mexico, between Canada. All right. Then you have what's it called? With cyber warfare, you know, all these different hackings into different government organizations, leaked documents, espionage, sanctions. So there's nothing but war going on. As what's it called? What's the spirit? The spirit of race war.
Mm-hmm.
You're hearing talks about race wars between Jake and Esau. Why? It's because we're in that time. Go ahead.
And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Right, and we're not troubled right now. We're actually rejoicing in the spirit. It's because we know that it's one step closer to our Lord coming back to redeem us, and for you people of the world to actually receive all these plagues that the Lord has promised to give Egypt. Okay, this is His counsel. So all these things are going to happen. Massive people are going to die of famine, of plagues, all type of just turmoil and chaos. Destruction is coming to this place, and we see it. So we call on the name to get that hedge, okay, and do what the Heavenly Father, His will, what He wants us to do, and that's to warn the people. Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right, the end is not yet. Go ahead.
And for nation shall rise against nation.
So this is happening right now. We're seeing this. China's gearing up for a big war. They just did the biggest military exercises maybe a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Russia did it about a month and a half ago with China.
Yep.
All right. And then NATO just did about a week ago. They just did a big military drill. Everybody's gearing up for war. And these active leaders of the other nation are actually saying war. It's not like it's being eluded. All right. They're not using any evasive vocabulary.
They understand that it's a high possibility of war going down. There's no way of avoiding it, because they say that on RT America when they go into like how Trump is acting and everything. They say the way that America is carrying themselves, you can tell that they don't want to avoid war. We can see from your actions that you want to make everybody go to war. So these other nations are just preparing themselves from what they know is going to happen.
Right. Yep. Everybody's preparing, and that's a slide. Joel 3rd chapter.
Yep. They're no longer investing into their countries like that anymore. They investing more into military stuff, doing military trades, or contract deals with each other, making alliances, doing currency exchanges and stuff for commodities. All right, people are being done with the dollar. So what they just trying to totally X out America because they realize that they realize that they don't America needs to be taken out, basically. Like the brother was saying, basically like in Joel where it say the weak has become strong, you know. At one point they wasn't able to come against America. The other countries was afraid of America. They didn't have that much military power, so to speak, or the finances to fund it. And now all these nations, they on the same playing field, so to speak. They got military weapons. They got a better military.
Right.
They're ready to go to war. They're not afraid anymore. They like if you want to shoot your missiles, they like, hey, we got missiles too.
Right. The scriptures talk about let the weak say I'm strong. You know, Russia's going to be a guard unto all these nations. You know, can you go and keep going? Slack it. You know, fucking Satan just started fucking with my sinuses just all of a sudden. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
So there's going to be famines, earthquakes in diverse places, pestilences. This is actually happening right now as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
There's massive migration going into Europe and coming up to the United States.
Yeah.
Okay, the tribe of Zebulon, the Panamanians, the Colombians, okay, the Nicaraguans, okay, they're catching nothing but pure hell, and they're trying to go seek immunity in the United States, and Trump's saying we're going to shoot them. All right, there's earthquakes everywhere. Okay, due to this oil fracking. Okay, and what else did it say? And famine.
Yep, famines.
Famine. This is actual famine. We was watching a documentary the other day out there in South America. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Central America, and that famine is going to come up. It's going to come up north. Okay, massive famine is going to sweep the world.
Yeah, like I was talking to you about earlier about the humanitarian crisis. Basically, they're saying that the fire from everybody in paradise is getting to the point to where it's so bad that they might have to call it a humanitarian crisis because there's so many people as being displaced from their homes. They don't have no food on deck to eat for them. They don't have clothes, no shelter, so they just out there.
Everything burned.
People don't got a car, no money. They ain't got nothing. They just out there basically like a regular homeless person living on the streets pretty much, depending off the government and whatever people offer them. So these people are it's really just starting.
Right.
Like,
it's going to go into it. It's going to go into it when you keep reading down.
Yeah. In verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning.
Can you read that verse 7 again and then go into 8?
Yep. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
All these things are happening, and now these things are intensifying. Okay, crazy. Like every week, there's more and more natural disasters, people being displaced, and I'm talking about in America. Okay, not to mention around the whole world what's happening out there rioting in France, Sweden. Okay, they pushing the chip heavy. Go ahead.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. So the Lord, He's coming to bring sorrow to you people's lives, and He's going to bring joy and happiness to our lives. Can you get that? Let me see. I think it might be like Isaiah. Yep, this is Isaiah. 60:1. Arise, shine, for your light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and His glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yeah, and these people are covered in gross darkness. You've been in this world so much that there's nothing but darkness that's in this world. And they see the light upon us when we walking around because the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that is on us.
Yep.
That's why everybody be bugged out when they see us, is because the spirit that's on us is different. They see that light.
Because we have a joyful spirit.
Mm-hmm. A lively spirit.
Yeah, a lively spirit. And these people, they have a dead spirit to them.
They're all spiritually dead, and it manifests in their countenance.
Right, because that sorrow is coming. You can see that sorrow is heavily seeped inside their body into their bones.
Mm-hmm.
It says, the scripture say, a broken spirit drive the bones.
And it say a broken spirit who can bear. Like who can, like, because a man, that's basically like you just threw at that point. Nobody can bear a broken spirit. That's why a lot of people that have like broken spirits commit suicide. You can't bear it. They
Right.
look at us. Everybody. You look at everybody else in the world. They more so depressed and just like not even happy or nothing lively. They look at us and then they thinking that we got it all just from how we walking around. And really, we just regular like so-called we just regular like working 9 to 5s or whatever. We not even on the level they would look at us as. It's just that the spirit, we got a lively spirit on us.
I got a precept. It says, this is Proverbs 17:22. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we got from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because we understand that it's better things coming. Mm-hmm. We really rejoicing because we see in America going down. So we in a more merry spirit because we getting excited about this place going down. It's a good thing for us. More hell coming upon America. The wildfires breaking out, mass shootings happening, getting closer to World War III. All these things coming to pass is good news to us. Glad tidings, like the scriptures say.
But a broken spirit drieth the bones.
Yeah, a broken spirit drives the bones, like we was going into. These people have a broken spirit. They understanding that there's no hope really no more. Whatever you thought that your American dream was at one point, you realizing that it is just a dream and it's nothing that you're going to accomplish here. You're not going to live the good life that Esau like be pushing out there in these movies or these artists push out in their music. It's only a select few that actually live that lifestyle in America. If you think about it, sit back and really think about it. All these people who chasing the same dream, how many people are really living that? All these people, billions of people out here on the earth, how many people are really living good? Very few.
Yeah, right. This is Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good tidings to the meek. Mm-hmm. And he has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the openings of the prison to them that are bound.
You got to start from top again?
Yep, it says Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord, Lord power is upon me.
Yeah, the Spirit is upon us, because that's how we able to proclaim all these words. All right, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's making everything possible, because it's not of our will. It's the Spirit that's keeping us going, really.
Yep, it says, because he has anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek, he has sent me to bind the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prisons.
And that's what we do when we bringing out this word. We bringing you freedom. All right, because like people say, this captivity is worse than the actual physical captivity because it's mental captivity. You're mentally enslaved in this society, mentally enslaved into the ways of Babylon. All right, and when we bring out this words, it frees you from all that. The Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai frees you from the bondage of being here mentally.
And you can see it on somebody's countenance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when even though simultaneously as the Lord is bringing sorrows to the world, He's bringing a joyful heart into to the elect.
Yeah.
Because because of the Spirit that those good tidings. Okay. This world has nothing to hope for but death and destruction. Yep. It says what the scriptures say, that the expectation of the wicked is wrath. Yep. So that's why these people, they're just living it up, as so to speak, until the last hoorah, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. You see? Mm-hmm. So the Lord, He's comforting us, okay, every single day that we see His prophecies come to pass. And as He's comforting us, at the same time, on the other side of the spectrum, He's discomforting you people of the world, and that's part of the Lord's vengeance upon His people. That's we're getting the Lord revenging us from our enemies. Okay. It says, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that He might be glorified.
Yeah, and just like you was going into earlier about in those times when it's real bad out here, that's when you're gonna know who the Lord's chosen is, because you're gonna be delivering them and keeping them good, because the roles are switching right now. Mm-hmm. Like the scriptures say, the last shall come first and the first shall come last. Everybody who was doing good at one point in America, now you're starting to do bad, and we've been doing bad here. We've been suffering from day one. We used to suffer.
Mm-hmm. Now we're doing good. Now we're starting to do better, do good. First and foremost, it all comes down to we're not talking so much monetarily.
Yeah.
We're talking about spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that also manifests monetarily or with necessity.
Yeah.
Because it says that my servants shall eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So this is all according to the plan of the Heavenly Father, is to discomfort you people for your evilness and to then raise up His elect men. Okay. While America simultaneously is being destroyed as we see it.
Yep.
Okay. So you brother, you had anything? Yeah, with that, we hope that you brothers were edified with a small lesson. We want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Until next time, we say shalom to the elect.
Shalom.